right, this is Suki. She's a 3-year-old terrier mix, and she weighs approximately 42 pounds, so we went ahead and weighed her. And today we're going to be performing a physical exam, and we're going to start with overall appearance and then work our way from the nose back to the tail and top to bottom. So I'm going to have my person here go ahead and walk so I can watch her from behind. I'm just going to have them walk down the sidewalk here, looking for any abnormalities such as lameness, holding up paws, stepping over with their legs, and I don't see anything. And then, yep, you guys can come on back. Check looking from the front angle as well. Looking at her overall appearance is a good way to look at her behavior too. Thank you. And so she looks happy, her tail's wagging, she looks attentive. So we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna start with her head. So I'm gonna start with her eyes, and I'm gonna look from afar. I'm looking for any discharge, any cloudiness, any signs of red or puffiness, and they look good. Looking at her nose, looking for any discharge. Gonna look in her oral cavity, looking at teeth, looking at both sides. Her molars do have some dental tartar on them. I'm gonna check capillary refill time. It is less than 2 seconds. And if she'll let me, I'm gonna open up her oral cavity and check inside. Looks good. Next, I'm gonna check her ears, checking for any redness, any discharge or smells, any heat or swelling. Those look good. And while we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a couple neurological exams. I'm gonna do a Menis response. I'm gonna do that on both sides. I'm gonna check her palpebral. Those look good. Great. I'm gonna move on to her semimandibular lymph nodes. I'm looking for anything like asymmetricalness or any enlargement of those. Those look good. All right, I'm gonna work our way back, and I'm gonna check pre-scap lymph nodes. I'm gonna check axillary. I'm gonna work my hands down her front legs, checking for any swelling, any signs of heat or pain. I'm gonna go ahead and see if she'll let me lift up her legs and bend them. Let's see. Perfect. See if she'll let me extend them. And then while we're here, we're going to check her paws. We're going to check for if she's been licking them or if there's any lacerations or anything stuck in them. We'll do that with both sides. Great. Those look good. And so while I'm working my way back, I'm also going to be checking at the hair coat. I'm going to be looking at the skin, looking for any signs of fleas or any skin irritation or anything like that. The coat looks fairly good. I'm also going to be checking her body condition score, so I'm feeling her ribs. And on a scale of 1 to 9, I give her a 4 out of 9. She's pretty ideal. She has a good tucked waist and everything from above, and she has good fat covering over her ribs, but not too much. So next, I'm going to listen to her heart. I'm going to listen on the left side. I'm going to listen to the pulmonic, aortic, and mitral valve. And then on the right side, I'm going to listen to the tricuspid. Great. I got about 80 for her heart rate. 60 to 120 is the average usually for a dog. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to listen to her lung field as well. And I'm going to listen to the ventral, middle, and dorsal aspects of the lung field. I'm going to also listen to her trachea, and then when listening to her trachea, I'll try to elicit a cough as well. All right, no cough was elicited, but I did get a respiration rate of 24, and anywhere from 10 to 30 is normal in a dog. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working our way back some more. I'm just feeling all over for any lumps or bumps or abnormalities. I'm gonna go ahead and palpate her abdomen, and I'm feeling in the cranial quadrant, in the middle quadrant, and the caudal quadrant. As I go through, I'm pushing my hands together to have them come together and slip down. And I'm feeling for any masses, any lumps, any firmness, and I can usually get the edge of the liver and the cranial, intestines in the middle, and if the bladder is full, you can maybe catch it in the caudal quadrant. Back here, I'm also going to check for inguinal lymph nodes, checking for any size abnormalities. And while I'm back here, I'm going to feel the femoral pulses. So I'm going to put my fingers right up on the femoral artery and listen or feel for the pulse quality and the pulse strength. And both are beating fairly well, so there's nothing wrong there. And I'm going to go ahead and move back to the back legs. I'm going to have her stand up. Okay. I'm going to slowly lift up her back legs and have her stretch. Perfect. And then I'm going to feel again her back legs for any lumps, bumps, or swellings. Feeling the popliteal lymph nodes back here, and I don't feel anything. I'm going to see if she'll let me flex and extend her leg. Perfect. I'm going to check the back pulse as well, just like the front. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to come to the back. I'm going to lift up the tail. I'm going to look at the perineum, look at the vulva. You can slightly tap around the perineum, checking for a reflex to make sure everything's intact. If it was a male or intact male, I would do a prostate exam. And one of the last things I'd like to do, I'm not going to do it today, but would be a temperature check. So I would check her temperature back here, and a normal range is anywhere from 99.5 to 102.5. And that's everything on the physical exam of the dog.